Hi, Coverage to Care team. We're going to go ahead and show you guys how to enroll someone using the Simply Enroll tool that is available to you guys as being part of the Coverage to Care team. So really quickly, you're going to actually go into this quote and enroll button right here and click on that. You're going to enter the zip code where your client is. So in this case, I'm just going to use 78201. You're going to get a couple of options that you'll be able to see now. You're going to be able to see if you want Medicare Advantage, if you want Part D, whatever you're looking for. I would stick to those two. Medicare Supplement is on here, but it's not an option to enroll. So Medicare Advantage, when it's just this one, it's the one with no Part D included. So a lot of the veteran plans, this is where you would look for them on here. Or the special needs like the chronic plans or the dual plans would be on this one. For this purposes, I'm just going to stick to Medicare Advantage. You can add the medications right here. So let's say you did know what medications they were taking and you were with the client. You would just put in here what pharmacy they use, and I'm just going to say HEB. And let's say they take Lisinopril as an option. And let's say it's a 5 milligram tablet. You're going to add that right there, save pharmacy and medications. Oh, add medication. And then save the pharmacy and medication. It'll let you know if you make an error. Once you do that, that will start filtering out the options for your client to be at the top. You can add these if you want. It's completely optional, or you can just skip it. But it would add, things like, is it flexible to see any provider? Is that important to your client? Well, yeah, we're talking about a PPO. Maybe that's important. So it'll rate the plan for you. You can kind of go through it. I always skip it. I look at medications. If there's doctors on here, you can add them as well. You don't have to do it. I usually like to do that directly through the carrier's website, but it is an option through here as well. The carrier's has the latest information, so I always just like to pull it from there. But you can put it in here as well. And if they're currently enrolled into a Medicare Advantage plan, if you put yes, it'll basically compare the plans. So for this part, I'm just going to pick one and just say it's the Choice Plan PPO. And then I'm going to say, yeah, they do see a doctor. Let's find a doctor here in San Antonio. You don't have to hit San Antonio, but you put here. Let's just say it's Dr. Hernandez. And I'm sure there's a lot of Hernandez on there. Always give it a second. It takes about a second for it to pop out. But just know that it will eventually come out here. You see all the different doctors on here. And I'm just going to pick one of these doctors right here. And it'll give you all the different locations he's at. And let's add this doctor. And then hit save. And then you, this is a required disclosure. How often do you see a doctor? Again, it's just taking this information to rate the plan. You don't have to put, anything on there. I just click it. And if they have LIS or extra help, optional again. I'm going to put I don't know. And you can kind of go through there as you see fit. So at the very top, it's going to put your plan that your client is currently on. So on this one, it's Aetna PPO. It's a $10 monthly premium. And then we're going to look at what it recommends. So it actually recommends this Humana Gold Plus plan because notice your Aetna PPO, Dr. Richard Hernandez is not in network, but it is in network with Humana. So there's going to be savings there. Also, the monthly plan premium is $0. So they're saving an estimated $120 every year being on this plan versus their Aetna plan. Now, in some cases, this number can be really high, so it might make a lot more sense. And you can actually scroll through here and say if they wanted to stick with the PPO and have an in-network doctor, then United Healthcare ARP Medicare Advantage Choice PPO plan makes sense, right? They're going to save $108. And only spend about $12 a year in estimated cost. That plan is $0, so they're going to pay about $12 just on the medication side. And you can actually hit view breakdown. They'll tell you annual cost $12 in the drug. So that's good. It's very inexpensive. They stick to the PPO if that's what they want. But let's just say that they decided to go with Humana. So they're ready to go. You've explained the benefits. You've gone through it. You can hit compare right here if you wanted to compare the Humana HMO to the PPO, compare up to 3 different plans. But they're ready. You've gone over the benefits. You've gone over the drugs. You've checked doctors. They're in network. So now you just want to enroll. you're going to hit this green button that says enroll. If it does not populate here, that means you cannot enroll or you're not appointed with that plan. So all these, like Blue Cross Blue Shield, it's going to tell you it's not recommended. You can still enroll for the client if that's what they want, but it's not recommended, most likely because it's a high monthly premium. They're not taking a lot of medications. Doctor's not a network. So it isn't recommended, but it's still there. So the client is adamant they want it, they can get it. But if it's not green here, that means you cannot enroll the client or you're not appointed with. And so I have appointed only plans. If I were to take that out and there was something that came out that I'm not appointed with, I'm pretty sure. Oh, here's Imperial. I'm not appointed with Imperial. It'll come out like this. So I cannot enroll on here. So that might be just something to be looking out to make sure that you are enrolled with the plan. If there's a carrier you want to get appointed with, just let us know. We'll be more than happy to help you with that. But I'm going to click appointed only so that I only sell plans that we want to have. So we'll hit green enroll button right there. You're going to start seeing the information that you can start populating with your client. It's very straightforward. This is, I think, the easiest one. And here I'm just going to start putting my client's information, and I'm going to make up some information right here. I'll put that she's a female, she's married, her phone number on there, and email, because I have that on here. You can choose to do electronically. You don't have to click this, but if they only want to receive by email, click that. And then their address. I'm going to put in our office address right there. Fredericksburg Road. You'll know it puts the city. It'll put the zip code, the state, the county. And if they're mailing, if they have a P.O. box, you can click that and hit their P.O. box. If not, hit no. If their mailing address is not different, hit continue down here. Oh, I put on there, so it should be 1956. So that's what I like about it. It will correct you if you put something wrong on there. So that's always good on there. So in this case, I'm putting my client's name, and then I'm going to start inputting their Medicare number. If you put the wrong Medicare number, it will alert you. So I always like to, as a stopgap, just talk it back with the client and make sure it's the correct one. But it will stop you if you put the wrong one on there. And we'll see there. If they have their primary physician, if it's a PPO plan, you don't have to do it. If it is a HMO, you have to do it. In this case, I'm going to put yes. So remember, we had put in Dr. Hernandez. Now we can select them. We don't have to search for it. You could if you wanted to, if they change their mind, but it puts all the information. You click on that, and it goes through as well. It just takes a little while sometimes. So there you go. Then you put currently a patient, say yes or no if they're not. Language preference, you got these three options: English, Spanish, and Chinese. Anything else, you just hit other. This option here, in case they're Braille or need the large print, that sometimes we get that a lot, you can ask that. If not, you don't have to put anything there. And then what is it? What's their enrollment period? Is it new to Medicare? Is it an SEP? Are they leaving their company insurance? Is it a 5-star plan? All those options on here. In case it's not, you can hit other and type in the reason. Let's say it's a disaster, option. That would be something. For this case, I'm just going to hit new to Medicare to make it easy and go on there. Your effective date here, June 1, 2022, corresponds to that. And then the additional questions that ask you, are they have any military benefits, such as TRICARE? If not, you can ask them. You're asking them throughout this time if they're enrolled or they're working, if they have anything else other than Medicare, Medicaid, if they're actively enrolled in the state Medicaid assistance program. So depending on what they answer, you will put this on here, these questions. And then it's a premium option. For this particular plan, it's $0, so there's no charge. But if there was a charge, you could ask them. These are the different ways that you can take the money out. It can be a bank account, it can be Social Security, railroad, or the monthly book that comes in, like a coupon book, the monthly bill. They have that option as well. So in this case, I'm going to hit coupon book. I would say Social Security is probably the most popular option we get, though. It's the easiest one. Here you can review all the information. You can have your client review it, go through it with them, just make sure everything looks good, so you don't have to do this again. There's a disclosure that you have to read and let them know about. Once you've read it, you just click that box right there, and then you select the scenario that best describes. Are you talking directly to the client? If yes, hit yes, enrollee. If no, if they have someone signing for them, hit authorize representative, and you'll see another pop-up come in where you can put in their information. For ease of purposes, I'm just hitting enrollee. Now it's time to sign and submit your application. This is how you get paid, so make sure you do this. You have a couple different options. If the customer is right in front of you, you can do an e-signature. When you click that, they can type in their name. They can do a signature pad where they can draw their name on here. Or you can send it via text or email to enroll as well. So I'm going to say the client's right in front of me, and I'm going to put in the name, and she's typing it in right now. This is just for demonstration. Now that I'm ready, I'm going to hit submit down here, this green button. You can view the summary, you can go back, or you can hit submit. Once you hit submit, we're going to see what it looks like now once we hit that. Okay, client has not hit submit. Now you're going to see the deposition here. It says enrolled. So client is enrolled. You're going to see the actions. If you hit these three little dots here, you can actually view that enrollment and see all the information and review it. You can see the scope of appointment. You can kind of go see the contact information of the client. So it lets you know. If there's an error, I have this one as an example, it will say enrollment error. It did not go through, so it'll come up as incomplete. If it went through completely, you can click that and see that it was successful on there and what day it was. Actually, I had done this one prior, so you can actually see how it looks there. So here's a report system. All right, hopefully that helps you guys in knowing how to enroll. Remember, there's text and email options. It works just like the scope of appointment. You type in the number, wait for the personal code, give it to the client, and so if they're not right in front of you, you have those options as well. Thanks, guys.